I'm Jill, Chief Safety Officer with Vivid Learning Systems. I'm a former OSHA inspector, and I'm here to help you identify and correct workplace safety hazards. For this series, we're at the University of Louisville in beautiful Kentucky to show you no matter where you work, safety is for everyone. Today we're talking about chemical spills and how to clean them up. We are at the University of Louisville in a lab, and I'm with Kathy Price, who is a chemical regulatory specialist. Thanks for being with us, Kathy.
Thank you, Jill. Thanks for having me.
So we're going to be talking about how to clean up small spills. So can you tell us what constitutes a small spill or a large spill?
Well, Jill, a small spill would be something that like usually it's less than 500 milliliters. The lab personnel are familiar with the spill and the hazards associated with this spill. And usually the chemical is something that's moderately toxic. A large spill would be something that's greater than 500 milliliters, or it could be a small spill or of any size that is considered acutely highly toxic. And that's typically, here we define as, has a LD50 oral toxicity of 50 milligrams per liter. So that's in general terms, that's what would constitute a large spill and a small spill.
Okay, good, thank you. So in order to clean up a spill, we need a spill kit. Can you talk with us about what should be in a spill kit, and can you make your own?
Yes, you can buy a spill kit that's pre-assembled from a manufacturer, or like you said, could make their own spill kit. So typically what the lab needs to have in this spill kit would be items that would be relevant to the chemicals they're using in their lab. Okay. For example, if they have solvents in their lab, they might want to have universal absorbent spill pads or pillows. If they have acids and bases, they can get acid neutralizing agents or base neutralizing agents. Or if they have mercury, perhaps, they might need to get some mercury amalgam absorbent. So really the spill kit should be comprised of absorbents that can handle small spills in the laboratory. It should also have safety goggles, gloves, tongs, small scoop, and bags, plastic bags to collect and contain the spill cleanup debris.
Now you had mentioned safety glasses or goggles. What other kind of personal protective equipment should be available for people to have?
Usually they should double glove with nitrile gloves and wear safety glasses or goggles. And that's pretty much what they need to have on.
So Kathy, who's qualified to clean up a spill?
Well, here at U of L, lab personnel that work with chemicals have to attend a classroom session for the DEHS lab safety training. The PI, in addition, also has lab-specific training, and in that lab-specific training, they will go over with their people the location of their spill kit, their first aid kit, the location of the eye wash and emergency shower, and the phone. So that's the type of training. It's really on-the-job training that they would get.
Very good, very good. Kathy, what other things should we be considering when we're talking about a small chemical spill cleanup?
Well, what they would want to do is they would need to locate where their spill kit is, get the spill kit available. If the spill happens in an area where it's near a sink, they should try to divert the path either by putting down a paper towel to keep it from going down the sink. Once they get the spill kit together in their location, go ahead and put on their gloves, their safety glasses, and cover the spill with the appropriate padding. Absorb it up, and then take the debris and put it inside a Ziploc bag. And then they can decontaminate the surface with like soap and water. Now, if it's a larger spill, then maybe they would not be able to handle it. Go ahead and notify their coworkers that are in the area, and then go ahead and call our police department for assistance.
Very good, very good.
Yeah.
So under what circumstances would a spill be either so severe or large that it's something that you say, this is beyond the scope of our practice and we need to do what you were talking about?
So if it's beyond the scope of the lab personnel, that's what we're talking about. That would be something like if they dropped a small bottle of something that was poison inhalation hazard, something that's acutely toxic by inhalation. That is something that they are not going to want to deal with. They would want to clear the area, make sure everyone knows that there's been a spill, and go ahead and call our police department to dispatch environmental health and safety crew to come on site. Another common chemical, if you are working with mercury, we'll say, and the mercury has broken on a heated surface. Mercury is a very toxic vapor, so the key thing there would be if they can safely turn off the heating appliance and vacate the premises, contact, again, the police department to notify DEHS that there's been a spill of mercury. That way we know to come on scene, to know that we can't just walk in. We've got to let that device cool down before, because the vapors are probably in the
Sure, and DEHS is Department of Environmental Health and Safety here on this campus.
Yes.
Or and maybe in a workplace setting, it would be the safety department within an organization, or whomever's been targeted as the authority to know what to do in those circumstances to take steps. So what other considerations with regard to spill cleanup do you think people should be aware of and taking note of as they're making their own plans?
Well, the one thing is to make sure, like I said, they know the exact location of the spill kit, know where their first aid kit is, their safety shower and their eye wash, to know where the phone is. One of the things that we try to make sure our folks know, that they really need to know the building address. In the event that there's an injury, if the spill involves maybe somebody was injured, maybe a piece of glass broke, or maybe they became unconscious, well then right there we're going to the large scenario and calling 911 right away, so the emergency health people can come on scene to treat the injury.
And then do you do like pre-plans with your local fire department so they kind of know what to expect if they're going to be responding?
We do do that probably on an annual basis. We'll get together, the fire department personnel will come through our labs, and to know what we have in our labs.
So they know how to protect themselves in the event.
Exactly.
Okay.
And typically if there is a response to the university, our fire department personnel, when they're dispatched, DEHS is also on scene with the lab personnel to make sure they get the information they need before they go into the situation.
Very good. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate sharing this information with us today. If you have a lab in your facility, ensure that you're following some of these steps as you're working on your plans for spill cleanup. I hope you gained a safety skill today. If you know someone who needs this, go ahead and pass it on. Safety is everyone's business.